This is Ticket to Reality. I'm Lee Swift. I was a finalist on season 2 of Netflix show The Circle. And we've got the amazing TJ and Garrett, who are from Agents of Fandom.
Hello.
And of course, our special guest, who I adore. We talk almost, every week at least.
All the time.
DeLeesa, the winner of season 2 of The Circle. And we're going to talk The Circle and reality TV. We're going to have some games. But I want to introduce you to these guys. Tell them, come on, Garrett, tell her a little about yourself and how you got to know her.
All right. Well, my name is Garrett. I am a co-host of the Agents of Fandom podcast with TJ. We talk about, as you can see, like Marvel stuff, Star Wars, DC, anything fandom. We're covering it, and we'll go into a little bit of that a little bit later. But TJ and I met online along with Ruben, and we decided to form a podcast back in September. And from then till now, we've just become really good friends. And we had Lee on our show and hit it off and started talking. And thought maybe this Ticket to Reality might be a reality for us. And now here we are.
And they're crushing it, by the way, DeLeesa. Don't let them be modest. They're crushing it. They've had they've had some stars from some Netflix shows from Marvel. It's amazing. But go ahead, TJ. You're on, man.
Yeah, we just recently had an interview with Anjali Bhamani from Ms. Marvel. We hopefully have an interview coming up right away here with the actor who plays Baymax from Big Hero 6. There's a series coming out on Disney Plus, and we're going to be working something there, so it's exciting. But yeah, like we said, my name is TJ. I work with Garrett over at Agents of Fandom, and it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. I got Garrett on the Circle train a while ago. My fiance Ava and I are both huge fans of the show. And I know Garrett has like a specific story from an episode with you involved, DeLeesa, that made us just like extra excited for this episode because we're big fans. We're big fans. It's one of the most exciting parts is right from the get-go. Season 2, you and Lee were two of the people that we were both cheering for from the beginning before we met either of you. And so this is making it extra exciting. And I'm excited for some Ticket to Reality.
Oh, I'm excited. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
What's going on in your world right now? Tell us that before we jump into reality talk. What's going on?
Oh my God. What's not going on? Okay. Like, no, seriously, like, what is not going on? You know, I have my 2 businesses that I run, online businesses. And then on top of it, like, I basically manage my entire family's like social media. So I consider us content creators, you know, that is a form of income for us. So we're constantly, you know, creating these short videos on Instagram and kind of TikTok and all these social media channels, a lot of brand sponsorships. But I am trying to focus my talent into acting. So I've been taking acting classes, and I'm also trying to get my girls in that as well. So we just wrapped a photo shoot with Nook, which is a utensil brand for babies, very popular. So I'm really excited about that. If that was official tissue, guys, okay. All right, so you're gonna see big things from us.
That's
awesome. Tori and Tony both were on.
Yeah,
that shoot?
it was me.
Oh,
it was
cool.
me, Tony, and Tori. Trevor was not there. I didn't submit him for it, like for the casting process. I should have, because I feel like they would have.
Well, they might have cast a hotter man, maybe for the daddy. No, just kidding.
No, it was just me and the girls. You're too much.
I know.
Don't get me in trouble, Lee.
This is the man dubbed the Circle Hottie, is it not? Like,
yeah, that's true.
He is.
That is.
But
true.
see, she's a catfish. You know, she could get another catfish husband, right? I mean, just for TV.
Yeah, I mean that's what acting is all about.
Right. Exactly.
And the circle comes full circle.
Yeah. For real, full circle. So yeah, that's basically like what I've been up to. You know, just trying to hustle, make this money. You know, just put our talents to work.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. That resonates.
DeLeesa, one of the first things my fiance said when I told her that I was going to be on with you tonight, I was like, "Oh, make sure to give DeLeesa your love." And she was like, "And the babies, make sure you ask about the babies. I want to know how they're doing." And so I have to ask, how are they doing?
That is so cute. Oh no, they're fine. They're great. Actually, they had a terrible night's sleep yesterday. So when we did the shoot today, I thought they were gonna be horrible. They killed it, like killed it. So they're great. I love it. I'm obsessed with being a mom. So don't get me started because I could spend this whole time talking about my kids, guys.
I love
Wow,
you.
And
I
I'll
wouldn't
blame
be
it on your
opposed.
fiance.
We're not going to stop you. We're not going to stop you.
No, thank you for asking. I really appreciate that because they are my entire world. But they're great. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. You had the first circle baby. Let's be honest. The first circle
Oh,
baby is
yeah,
always going to
that's
be
right.
yours and Trevor's, no matter what
Yeah,
happens.
Yeah.
that's true. I was
Yeah.
pregnant on the show. That was
Okay,
weird.
we got to dive in though, Garrett. We got to dive in. He's okay. Spoiler: Garrett has not seen all of this season yet.
Yeah, so
So
I'm
we're gonna-
currently
what?
watching. I'm currently watching
Give
this
him hell.
What
season.
are we
Go.
waiting for?
I'm very
Okay.
close to the end. I just saw Trevor come in as Imani, which was a surprise
that's
to
not
me.
that close. You're like halfway there.
I'm
You're halfway.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen like an episode after that, I think, but that's
Okay.
I'm still in the midst of it. So I have a lot to mow on. See, TJ said that he got me into the circle, which is true. But it was a little bit after him, so he got to hear my live thoughts on like pretty much all of the seasons.
Yeah.
2 being
It was so much
my
fun.
favorite. It was, yeah, and we're still in the process of it, if we're being honest. So I'm gonna try to avoid spoilers for this season, but if it comes up, I'll try to plug my ears. It is what it is. That's what I signed up for, right? I'm in the Ticket to Reality now.
True.
If you're
That's
gonna hear
true.
spoilers, there's few better ways than to hear from the former contestants themselves.
Exactly.
Well, Garrett was saying he knows that Trevor said, I can't go back and not win. My wife will, what he said on the show.
Right. So
And
he says, right, we had a bet that I can go in and as anybody and I would win the circle, which I think, he would have a very good chance of, but obviously I haven't seen the ending. But in my opinion, it's very hard to surmount the obstacle of coming in as late as he did. So I feel like that kind of renders the bet void. I don't know the end result, but what do you have to say about
Do you
that?
want to hear my opinion? Do you want to hear my opinion? Do you want to hear my opinion?
I want to hear
Do
your
you want to
opinion.
hear my opinion? Okay.
I want to hear your opinion. Let's
Okay.
give it to me.
I'm having too much fun with you guys, and I don't even have alcohol in my system. Can I get?
There's nothing we're gonna talk about that we don't want to hear your opinion on. So just like let it loose.
All right. Yeah. So I agree with you. As much as I want to say, I'm the better catfish. I am the better contestant. Although I genuinely am the better everything in life. Period. But I do agree that you can't even compare our gameplay because he came in when he did. So if he would have came in from the beginning, and even then, I feel like I don't know. It's a little tricky because like you're watching your season 4, seen 3 seasons. I only got to see 1 season before me, so it's a little bit different. Like you can't compare our games, but it was fun husband and wife competition.
The one
Let's
part I
just
think you
say-
can compare, and you both crushed it with this, is the catfish flirt game.
The catfish what?
Flirt game.
Oh, the flirt game. Oh, yeah, that's
You
true.
guys both crushed that pretty well, and it was a pretty fun way to spice up the season.
Yeah, his chats with Everson had me dying, like dying. Like I was like, what the hell is going on?
When they're talking about getting
just
into the
so
club and like, I'll get you past security, that was good stuff. That's good TV right there.
Yeah, but Everson really took it. I love Everson, guys, but he is a little freaky.
Little dog.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, all right.
Just imagine some of the DMs he's been in.
No, I can't. I don't want to know.
But I want to go on that circle cruise, don't you? He better set us up.
I definitely hit him up about that. I was like,
Okay.
listen, I want to get on the circle cruise. I want to go on a cruise, period.
Yes,
Okay.
This is
ma'am.
actually the secret reason we started up this podcast with you, Lee, is we're trying to weasel our way onto that.
You know, they
It
should
would
just have a
be
whole season
fun.
on a cruise.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
That
But
would be
Oh
fun.
my god.
yeah, but the thing is, you'd be locked in your cabin, with just a TV.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
No.
there's enough parts of the cruise ship where you could like go out for like a jacuzzi or a weight lift, you
I
know?
completely I forgot about that over here. I'm over here thinking like a real world type of show on
Yeah.
a cruise. Completely forgot the circle, like we can't even see each other's faces technically.
What was your first reality TV show that you really fell for, DeLeesa?
Oh my god, that is a great question. Flavor of Love. I feel like that like definitely what is that pop the cherry on reality TV for me. I feel like
Okay.
I was obsessed with Flavor of Love. I remember being in college and we all were obsessed with it and we all used to like run out to like the common area to watch it. Trevor, I went to school with Trevor and we used to just all watch it at the same time, laughing at these girls and like I Love New York, a mess.
They
Classic.
used to give the clocks out, right? Like that was like the rose.
Yeah, he used to put the clocks on them.
Yeah,
How ghetto.
I remember that
Right.
one. I remember that one. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And like Tila
That's
Tequila.
Yeah.
That one was funny.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I didn't watch. Did you guys like Jersey Shore? Was that around the same time? I don't remember.
I think that was a bit after, but that wasn't one I
Yeah.
really ever got into.
Yeah, me either. I wasn't into that.
I
But
was
they
a
blew
bit,
up.
but not like, yeah, I wasn't like people have seen every episode multiple times. I've seen a couple
Mhm.
episodes. I know a lot of people my age though were very hardcore into it.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the reasons I love The Circle and I didn't really get into Jersey Shore is I need my reality TV shows to have games. Like I need competition.
Mhm.
I don't just
Mhm.
want to watch people just
drama.
doing you know
Party.
what I mean? Like I need that competition. I need that that's why I love The Circle. I love Love Island. That's another one that I watch a lot of, but even all the reality shows that I watched growing up, it'd be a lot of like the MTV type reality shows where they're having competitions, and that's definitely the ones I enjoy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I mean, I do like catty drama sometimes though. I mean, it's
Are you a
just
Real Housewife? Do you like any of the Real Housewives?
no.
Okay.
It's not that I don't like them. I just haven't had time. By the time I was gonna be able to sit down and watch it, I would have had to catch up on so much that I'm like I'm not doing it. Like it's just
Yeah.
too much. And we're way past that, and I just couldn't deal with it. So like I don't watch that, but I do like Basketball Wives, and I was definitely into Bad Girls Club. I actually
Bad
applied for
Girls
Bad
Club.
Girls Club like quite a few
Oh,
times.
cool.
Yeah, but that
Imagine
God
what
was
could have
looking out
been.
because no, I can't.
You-
That's
You got
why
on the
I'm
right
like,
show.
no. Yeah, I know. I can't even imagine. It would have been
Well,
bad.
do you have any time that you're watching reality TV now? Besides The
Yes
Circle.
and
I know you're
no.
watching
Like
The Circle, yeah.
yeah, like when I do have time, of course, like Netflix family, Netflix reality shows take priority. So like I'm always watching any of those. Too High, Love is Blind, The Circle, The Ultimatum, like stuff like that. Iron Chef, like whatever. I'm trying to think.
Did you
Oh,
see our gang on The Floor is Lava? Did you see those episodes with
I
Courtney and
did.
Savannah?
I did, yeah. How did you
and
feel about that?
Jack? I thought it was funny. I loved watching it. I think you and I would have done so much better. I'm just saying.
I think so too. I was so disappointed. Like Savannah looked so cute, and then like in 2 seconds, I was like, "Oh my god, friend. Like, oh my god."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Do you
awesome.
have
I'm
it?
gonna have to tune into that episode. I didn't know that was a thing there, and that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I love Love Island quite a bit. My fiance calls it trash television for trash people, and then she absolutely adores it. And so
Yeah.
she's making fun of the people who watch it and herself among them because The Circle and Love Island are her top two as well. And it's got that combo of game and the drama, and it kind of pits them both up together in a nice balance.
I haven't
And it's
seen
spicy.
Love Island yet. Oh, is it? I haven't seen, but you know what I watched? Temptation Island. That show is definitely one that I'm going to prioritize. Like, I love Temptation Island. Like, I'm obsessed. Have you guys seen that?
I
No,
have.
Yeah,
I'm
and
curious of
you'd
what's
like
the difference.
Love Island as well. Yeah, there's not. I mean, there is difference, but you'd love Love Island as well. If you like Temptation Island, you'd love
Yeah.
Love
Well,
Island.
That's the
Yeah,
they
one
don't
that's on
have
HBO
games.
Max, right?
No, I think it's on USA.
Okay.
It's on
Okay.
USA.
That might be
It's
for you because you're in Canada, TJ.
Yeah, so it's on Crave.
yeah.
Oh, you're in
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, I lived in Canada for a while.
Where'd you
Yeah,
live?
Garrett's. Yeah.
In Liberty Village, Toronto.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's in the
How
middle
long
of
were you
nowhere.
there? That's good to know.
Oh, for 4 years. I thought I told you, Lee. I didn't tell you
I
that.
just couldn't remember. I couldn't remember. I knew
Yeah.
you were there. Yeah, Brooklyn
Yeah,
girl,
we
and
was there.
yeah, I love it.
No,
Now in
Lee, I'm the
Atlanta.
Bronx girl. I can't. Just
Oh,
say
I
New York
did
City.
say Brooklyn. Oh my gosh.
Trevor's from
Ooh.
Brooklyn. It's
Wow.
okay. I guess
Guess
if you're
what
not
she's-
from New York, you don't really
I'm-
understand how serious that is.
I have a
DeLeesa,
friend from the Bronx.
have you seen any of the Marvel movies that the three of us adore so much?
Which one? Oh,
So-
like any one of I watch all of Marvel. I love all the Marvel movies. It's like all of
Okay.
them.
You're gonna have to
I
come
would
on
say I'm
our
obsessed, but
podcast
I'm
to
not
talk about that.
obsessed.
Okay, yeah.
Well, okay. I just like really I want to be a Marvel character. That's one. Two, I'm always asking Trevor updates and questions. Like we'll be watching something. I'm like, okay, where, who? Because he's like, oh, look who's here, and I'm like, who's that? Like, where did they come from? So the last one I saw was Doctor Strange, the last one that just came out. Amazing.
So good.
Oh,
so
yes.
good.
It was very complicated, but I still enjoyed it.
The horror vibes, it was great.
It gave
Yeah.
me what is that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? What was that movie? Where he like flipped everything upside
Titanic.
down.
Oh,
No, wait.
Inception.
Shutter Island.
Inception.
Inception. It was Doctor Strange was giving me Inception vibes.
Okay,
So-
Big
that's
time.
high praise
Big
to
time.
me.
We're
Yeah.
definitely gonna have to go in depth in a Marvel conversation on our podcast sometime. But what I was gonna say that your conversation reminded me of is that moment in Captain America: Civil War where Peter Parker and Steve Rogers are fighting, and he drops that plane on him, and he's like, "Where are you from?" And he's like, "Queens," and he's holding
Yeah.
that thing up, and Steve just looks at him. Brooklyn.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
just walks
I know.
away.
Yes, because you don't like the boroughs in New York City. Like it's New York and then it's New York City, right? So that if you're like from upstate New York, like you can't just be like, yeah, I'm from New York, like because people gonna automatically assume the city. And then you got the boroughs, and then the boroughs are like, no, like you from Queens, like oh you from the Bronx, like we're very territorial.
And then there's Long Island, right? And like Staten Island.
Oh,
So
Staten Island
who are
doesn't
your
count.
teams?
They don't count.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I was
You
going to
guys
say
crack
who
me
are
up.
your teams, but I should say who are Trevor's teams.
Oh,
Because you
well,
got, you
yeah.
got Scottie Pippen, so I can't. I retract what I just said.
Thank
That's-
you.
Garrett, I want to
I
throw
would-
it to you quick. Cause
Yeah, I
this
would
is your
love to.
moment.
Yeah, I'd love to just take the floor here for a second. So you guessing Scottie Pippen in the quiz or whatever it was, that is like my probably top reality TV show moment of all time because
Oh,
I
thank
was
you.
freaking out on the couch with my girlfriend, and she can absolutely verify the story. But I'm like, everybody who knows Scottie Pippen is sitting on the couch like Scottie Pippen, and you're like, I think
know.
it's Scottie Pippen. I don't know. And at this point, I'm up. Right? I'm up. I equated this to like when I remember the Angels winning the World Series in like 2002 or 2003 when I was like 6 or 7, and I just freaked out. Don't know why. I just knew it was important. I freaked out. That's the excitement level that I was at watching you. And then you said Scottie Pippen, and I just blew a gasket.
That's so funny. It's so weird to me because I get that a lot. A lot of people are like, that was my favorite moment. Like that Scottie Pippen. Like I was at the edge of my seat, and I'm just like, I mean, I'm glad you were because I was freaking I don't know if I could curse, but I was freaking the fuck out. Okay, I like was losing it because I'm like, if I get this wrong,
It's over.
But I think I'm assuming what built up the hype is because I said the correct one, but I actually almost was not going to say it in the game. So I think that's probably was like freaking you guys out. Like, wait, like she has the right answer, but she doesn't know it's the right answer.
Yes, and then
I had
you
no
It
and
was
then you
clue.
just
awesome.
bit
I
the
It
was
built the
so
bullet.
scared.
suspense up so much.
Yes, and it was such a
I was so
I was
scared.
like, yes, what a strong like woman. She just came through. She went with her gut. She's holding it down for all the females, catfishing as males. Like it was just such a strong moment for me. I can't say enough.
Oh, thank you. I
No,
appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
He's really loved that moment. You can
I
tell he
do. I
loved that
do.
moment.
We could talk
That's
about this
awesome.
moment for the rest of the episode.
Oh man, I'm
I
telling
couldn't
you, the
say
circle
enough.
gives me. Do you have PTSD, Lee? I have PTSD from it. I swear.
I do, but would you do it again?
I don't know.
If you knew you'd win again.
I mean, if I knew I'd win again. Well, I always think I'm gonna win, so there's that. But I also feel like now that I have done it and I did win, I mean, they would have to up the stakes a lot for me to come back. You know,
Yeah.
like
I'm
a
happy you
lot.
brought up the PTSD thing because, like, we on our podcast we talk about mental health quite a bit, and when we had Leon, that was one of my questions was, how did that being in that room by yourself for that long, unable to communicate with family and friends, how did that affect your mental health? Because that was kind of the number one thing for me, that I think the game would be a lot of fun, but I'd need to turn the cameras off and phone home at the end of the day every night. So that's something I was very curious, is like, how did that affect your mental health?
I would say, well, I'm a little different because once, especially, I found out that I was pregnant while I was filming. Like my mind was already going 1,000 miles per second at all points in time, right? Even this, you guys think like there's so much downtime. At all points in time, I'm like staring at the TV screen because it would have just like the players up, like when there's nothing, like if we're like just eating dinner and like there's nothing going on, they would just have like the players on the screen, and I would just be staring like, oh, this person's out to get me, like, okay, I need to have a conversation with this person next. So like I'm constantly like, my brain was fried, like completely fried. And then throw in the fact like, oh my god, like you're pregnant too, like you're away from your kids, like it was a lot to take on, that I don't think I had any time to be like depressed or sad about anything. Like I was just constantly thinking. I mean, and that's just how I am in general. Like I'm constantly always overthinking stuff and trying to make sure I get the best and the most out of everything that I do. So it's like I need to win. I need to win. So in that case, I mean, I don't know what you call it, but I overworked myself, my brain. I overworked my brain and my mind constantly. But the PTSD, as far
Yep.
as like my mental health, was like the alerts, like the blockings, like every time I watch a new season, I'm just like, oh god, like I can't imagine that feeling. Like, and I still try to imagine the feeling. I don't know why. Like it just brings me
Yeah.
back. Like it just
Yeah.
really brings me back. But you never
Yeah.
had to deal with being blocked. So you don't, you also kind of like in the same boat as me, like that feeling of like
Yeah.
you're just so scared, but like you just don't know. I don't know.
Every time there was a blocking and you had a chance to be blocked, I can't even describe the emotional energy that's just
It's
going up and down your body the whole time. And then
exactly.
what they don't see, DeLeesa,
Hmm.
they show a few minutes of it, but it goes on for a much longer time.
Oh my god.
Oh
There's
my
times that
gosh.
we were there for like hours, like hours. I'm like, I want to go to sleep, okay? And then when was it? The last blocking, that the next morning we woke up, like they put us to sleep and they didn't even tell you who got blocked. The only thing is, you know, that you was the one who was saved.
Yeah.
And that was when Mitchell got blocked. Sorry for a spoiler if anybody didn't see season 2, but that was when Mitchell, I remember that. And I
That's
went to bed, I was like, oh, it's not Mitch, like I know, like I'm good. And then I woke up, I was like, oh, I'm in the worst mood ever, I hate this place, I hate it. I was so mad. Yeah, PTSD, I'm telling you.
who should I have blocked? If you had been me, who would you have blocked as
Courtney.
secrets?
I'd have blocked
That
Courtney.
yeah.
I would have blocked Courtney because, I mean, just because of like my gameplay. But
Yeah.
if I was you, specifically, if I was you, I would have blocked Chloe, because Chloe is just like, I feel like it just seemed like just the easy, like it was just so easy, you know, like I just feel like
Yeah.
she would have won if in the end people didn't vote strategically like the way that
Right.
they did. Mhm.
Right.
How much does like overthinking things come into play?
So you're asking me, or you're asking
I'm
me?
asking either of you guys.
Them just
You.
eyes roll, laugh, like you could tell that brain was working.
Oh god, we're still talking. Look how in detail we can still talk about it. Like it's insane. You overthink everything.
So
Like,
guys, she and I've been on calls and replay the game. It's like, what if I'd done this? What if I'd done that?
mhm.
But even doing it on the phone call when you're there and that's all there is, I don't even know how to describe it, DeLeesa. How is it? I mean, it's like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like during that downtime, there's always every player's picture up on the screen. So every second, I'm like glancing. You could be doing a puzzle, you look over and the TV's right there, and I'm just like, oh yeah, they're out to get me. Oh, I gotta make a plan. You know, you're constantly thinking, and it's like, oh, I just had a conversation with this person. They said they had my back, and then like 5 minutes later, I look over and I'm like, oh, they don't got my back. Like they're gonna backstab me. Like, nah. Like you're just constantly like, your brain is just going like, oh, this is a game, like no. And then 20 minutes later you look again and you're like, okay, no, I think, you know, I trust them, like they're genuine, you know. It's like you don't know what to do.
So like everybody has like puzzles or a little basketball or something. How do they decide, like, do they each get to bring in something that they know they like to do, or do they say you can have a puzzle or a basketball hoop, or like what how does that work?
Well, they tell you like beforehand, like, you know, hey, you know, you could bring puzzles, you could bring like, you know, stuff to do or whatever. The basketball, they did give that to me though. I guess they gave it to me and I played that with Lance. So I guess they gave it to us to play a game or whatever. So I didn't have that. Like I wouldn't have came with the basketball. I am not into sports, clearly.
Scottie Pippen
Scottie
would say
Pippen over here,
otherwise.
not into
Could have
sports.
fooled us.
Yeah,
That's
but like you bring
awesome.
everything else, and like I mean they do have like they gave me books of Sudoku. It's like if you get really bored, like, you know, they do, I think I have to say they do a really good job of helping to make sure that your mental is stable. Because I think there was one time I was like, I'm so flipping bored, and they was like, okay, you know what, like we'll send you some books or whatever, and they gave me some new books and they gave me some new puzzles and stuff like that to just like occupy my time.
That's
Well,
cool.
you had a lot going on, finding out you're pregnant and all that stuff. Okay, here's
The
a question
most.
I have for you. What advice would you give somebody who is going, wants to be on the circle? What's your advice getting cast and also gameplay?
Um, well, as far as getting cast, it's so cliche. I hate saying it, but be yourself. So I hate saying it, but no, it's true, because if you fake the funk, like, you know, people can see that. You can. That's how you can tell like a bad actor. You know, like, oh, I can tell you're not being yourself. You know, it's like you're not gonna get cast if you're trying to be such a large personality, but you're really an introvert. Like it's at some point it's gonna show, and then it's just like you're out. As far as gameplay is concerned, um, every game is different. Every player is different. Every game with all the players are different in general. So I would say that whatever strategy you have, just be aware that it can change in an instant and you have to be able to adapt. So being able to adapt constantly and very quickly would be my number one skill that you should have if you're trying to get into the circle. I feel like TJ is like really absorbing this. Like I think did you apply? Are you like you're gonna try to get on another season?
No,
Yeah,
I'd
I
be
can
I'd be too afraid to be in there by myself the whole time.
I see it in your eyes.
I'm a fan of the show, and I'm now talking to you on one, I was gonna say 1-on-1, but 3-on-1, 2-on-2, 1 hour, 1-on-1 on 1-on-1. It's exciting. I'm tripping over my words. I'm excited. I'm basking in it right now. I'm just listening to the story.
You're like,
I would like
he's
to
sitting
see.
there like, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see Garrett and TJ go on as a duo and play a catfish.
Imagine.
If we could do it together, I'd be.
It would be. I mean, obviously they would know it's a catfish, but it would be super cool. Like if you guys go in as like Spider-Man or Captain America or whatever, and then like try to convince people like, yeah, well, I'm the real Spider-Man. Like obviously people know, but like but you guys literally know everything about these people, so like they would
there'd be the Chloes that are like, wait, is this based on a real person?
Yeah, exactly. Like, wait, who the fuck am I talking to?
Yeah, and see, that's why I would need someone else, because I would be like, what are you saying? Like, how can you say that? And then I'd need TJ to be like, Garrett, calm down. We are not each other. We are Peter Parker Spider-Man right now. That's not what
I'd be in my
like,
apartment.
I would need someone to ground me.
I'd be in my apartment. Spider-Man's real?
Yeah, right? No, you would definitely... You would definitely believe it. I can see that right now.
Yes, I would.
And I'll be sitting there like, who the fuck is this?
You would.
And that's what's gonna be so fun about since we got two of the best catfishes the show has ever seen with us right now. So that's why I thought it'd be fun if we ended with a game of like, let's create a new catfish. Like if we were gonna create the ideal circle catfish, what would that look like? And maybe we could send it into the show. Maybe we could send it in for an idea. But I think what you said, DeLeesa, was a great point, because whether it's you're being yourself or you're being a catfish, for both of you, the serious parts, the heart-to-hearts, you were being yourself. It was a different face there, but you were being yourself. And I think that's been the case for all the best catfish. You look back to like Seaburn in season 1.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of always the case, is whether you're going in as you or you're going in as someone else, you still got to be you behind the screen if you're going to do well in that show.
Absolutely. You still build those genuine connections, and you still have to give a piece of yourself. Exactly. You said it.
Before we build the catfish, though, I want you to give a real critique, because I know you've already done it. Trevor and DeLeesa, by the way, guys, are so competitive. It is crazy. They're so competitive. But give the real critique on Imani. Trevor's Imani. Where did he succeed? Where did he fail?
Well, all right.
And would you want to be friends with his rendition of Imani?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I feel like he was kind of using me as his base of like Imani, but then he was like trying to showcase like his personality as well, and like, you know, like for him to build those connections. But then like he was also trying to be like single hot girl. It was a lot going on there, right? It was a lot. I think he did amazing. I will say, that's my husband, that's my man, I support him, and I'm sticking to that story. Beto, when we talking about the flirting, okay, I mean, I would have been using a little bit more emojis. I would have been doing like some winking, some tongue sticking out, some wet emojis, you know, like if he gonna get nasty, then just get all the way nasty. Like the half nasty wasn't like doing it for me. But I feel like he could have used more emojis, but I mean, I guess I'm the only one that realized it, but that's why, you know, I'm the greatest catfish to ever walk the circle. Sorry, Lee. I love you, baby.
No, you won. Hey, you won, honey. You won. I
The
mean,
tagline for the show, the half nasty wasn't doing it for me. That killed me.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm a mess.
It.
I'm a piece of work. I do have to say, people see the show and they get an idea of like who you are and your personality, but then they have to know that they're just watching a small percentage of a person. So like, I'm pretty sure you guys had no idea I'm this like crazy in real life, right? Like I think in the show they had me pretty watered down. So I'm gonna apologize.
No apologize.
How dare you apologize for somehow making me like you more?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Hello. There you go.
I appreciate you. Thank
It's just
you.
an amplified version, you know, of the edited thing that we saw, and it's everything that we could have hoped for, and then a lot more.
Oh,
This is the Circle Season 2 uncut right here.
Yeah, there
Basically.
you go. Uncut. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this game, TJ. Let's do it, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on.
How
I
do
mean,
do
so
it?
I want to see real quick. I want to see on some season of The Circle. I want to see like a method actor go in and try to catfish, and then just like be another person. That's what I want to see. Like if TJ
I
went
think
in
that
as
would
like
actually be
Emily,
very
like I want you to
interesting.
be Emily the entire time. I think that would be so fun to watch. I had like a dream about that one
Yeah.
night. I just had to. This seems like the perfect time to mention it.
I like that a lot. And another thing I want to mention too is just that while we have I've always thought this would be a fun idea, and now with a reality TV podcast, we kind of got a place to do it. I would love to live watch a reality TV show with this crew and have a drinking game where we have to drink every time somebody says genuine, there for the right reasons. And just like make a nice list and just all get trashed together. All just get trashed together on screen.
Because you know that would happen.
Oh my God.
The word genuine, strategic. Oh my God. There's certain words that like I was just so tired of saying, but then there was no other way to say it. Like
It's
because like what do you how else can you say genuine and authentic? Like those two words have been over abused in The Circle. How else can you say it though? Go.
And if you're there for a long period of time, you run out of synonyms. Like there's no other way you can go back.
You gotta ask for a thesaurus.
I'm all in. I'm all in. Season 5 drinking game. We all come.
Do we want to die? That's the question I want to ask us. Are we all? Are we sure you guys know what you're signing up for?
True though.
So
true.
funny.
For the content, right? Whatever the people want.
For the what the people want, you know.
Hey, if y'all are in, I'm in. I'm always one for peer pressure. So,
by the way, we're gonna reach out to Trevor. I was gonna put you guys together, but I told the guys I kind of want to do them separate because they're more, we get to talk about the other spouse and it's kind of fun.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
So raw.
That's cool. He'll definitely be down. I really like the idea of like somebody coming in and playing like a fake like how we said Spider-Man, like Peter Parker, whatever. Like I think that's genius. Like I like Bruce Wayne. Like if somebody came in and they named themselves Bruce Wayne and actually knew everything there is to know about Bruce Wayne, like how are you gonna argue that? Like I'm fucking Bruce Wayne. Like excuse me. Like
have you ever been in the same room with Batman?
Yeah.
You're sure Batman doesn't exist?
Like so you've seen my cave, but have you been there?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Who do you think they base these movies and these comic books on?
Exactly. Like I just think it would be so funny because when you're in The Circle, like for us, like it can sound ridiculous, right? Like or a viewer watching, it's like it can sound ridiculous. But when you're in The Circle, like you really believe anything is possible because like it's just such a excuse my language, but mind fuck, right? Like you just don't know what is possible, what's not possible, what's going on, if this is a game, if this is some type of trick. Like you don't know.
And an ally is an ally at the end of the day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, if Bruce Wayne invites you to a group chat named Justice League, are you really like not gonna accept that?
Come on. That is my ticket to Marvel right there.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Ticket to Reality podcast quickly switching to Ticket to Marvel. DeLeesa Ticket to Marvel. DeLeesa Ticket to the MCU.
She changed the whole concept of the podcast. But see, that's why she's a goddess. She's a goddess. She can do it. It's amazing.
If you think for a second we are going to ever leave you alone if you become an actor in the MCU, not a chance.
Oh my god. I would love it. I have to figure it out. Okay,
maybe they'll start inviting us to red carpets, TJ.
True.
And if they do, can you invite me?
You'll be there. It's gonna be your movie.
Yeah, you're gonna be inviting us.
Lee's gonna write the movie that you star in, and we're gonna be promoting it. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, we'll just be cheerleaders.
Another family of superheroes besides the Incredibles.
There you go.
I don't know what my power would be, but you know. We'll figure
I'm
it out.
trying.
We'll
I'm
cross that
going
bridge when we
back in
get
my
there.
mind in
Yeah.
Marvel and trying to think of some Marvel character that DeLeesa would be amazing for. Can you guys think of somebody in
I
the
don't
Marvel MCU that she'd be great? Gosh, there's got to be.
I'll get back to it. I got to think about it because I
Okay.
don't want to just throw one out there willy nilly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'll
I got a
get
couple.
back to
I got a
that
couple
by
in my
the end of the
head, but
game.
yeah,
You got a couple in
He's
your
like, this
head.
is too serious.
I want to.
This
I
is
want to
too
mull it
serious.
over. I want to mull it over
Okay.
a bit too. We'll
The
confirm at
first
the end.
one that popped into my head, and I can't give it to you because you got the pride about New York. Well, the person who's cast as She-Hulk, Tatiana Maslany, is from Saskatchewan, Canada, just like me. So we got to keep that role. But I think you could make a great Jennifer Walters as She-Hulk because she's got so much sass in that courtroom.
Ooh.
But then at the same time, she can just flip a switch and like be serious, save the day. And I think you could crush that. I think you
And
could
she knows
crush
how to
it.
have fun
you.
too.
Exactly.
Oh, I
Yeah.
gotta find out when they're casting these movies or when they're doing them so I can audition, man. I gotta do
Yes,
it. Gotta
ma'am.
make it happen.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
need it,
Make it
yeah.
happen.
Those
You
acting
know,
classes are gonna pay
Shabam,
off, and we're
speaking
gonna get
of
famous.
another
Let's do it.
another
More famous.
circle person, Shabam is trying to get into Marvel in some aspect. So
Oh
he and I were
yeah, I
talking
think
about
I
that.
heard that before too.
Yeah. So
I can see
hopefully.
that. He's really into it, right?
Oh
I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah.
So we totally got off your game. Okay, so we know it's going to be a Batman character or Bruce Wayne character. Okay, all right, I like it. I like it.
Okay.
So yeah,
I-
that's when are we? Do we want to create a fictional one? Is that where we're locking in? I kind of like it.
So a brand new character, you're saying, for this game?
No,
that
I
we
mean
can
like,
draw.
do we want to use like a comic book character or like a movie character?
I love it. I love it. Bruce Wayne, I think he's too well.
Too
Okay,
mainstream.
well, no, he's just too serious. So like, I mean, I don't know that many. I just know like Bruce Wayne and like Peter Parker. Everybody else I know as like Captain America, and I know as like
I was gonna
Hulk
say
and like
let's
Iron
do
Man.
Steve
Oh well, no.
Rogers.
Oh okay. Oh, there you go, Steve Rogers. What
Captain
is Iron
America?
Man's run?
Tony Stark.
Stark.
Iron Man's
Tony Stark.
Oh, I love Tony Stark.
Tony Stark would be a
Okay,
fun
Yeah,
one.
forget it. I digress. I like all of them. I'm a
I
fan
think
of all of them.
I think Steve Rogers could be a fun catfish, like for the game, like to go into the circle. I'm 70 years old, 85 years old, but he still looks like a young guy.
Yeah, his pictures up.
I
Oh,
love
I
my
love
country and stuff like that.
I
That's
love
hilarious.
that.
Well,
I
was
really wonder
saying-
what they would do with it, DeLeesa. I think you're right. If they came in,
I think it would really confuse people because at first I feel like at first they wouldn't think twice, and then there would be some people that would catch on. They're like, oh, this person's playing around. Like obviously this person's a catfish, but then like I don't know if they would like try to like some people would either call them out or like play up on it. Like I would love to see how they would react to that. But then like also I was saying like Peter Parker, like Peter Parker has that like fun, silly personality, like joking personality. That would be so fun to watch because you're Peter Parker, like you are silly, like you are this fun, joking person. But then you have Bruce Wayne, who's so serious. And it's like, if I'm so serious, how are you going to actually tell me, like, I am not seriously Bruce Wayne? Like, it's hilarious. I would love that.
Yeah.
I love the mashup of reality and Marvel, my two favorite things. You're a genius. Let's make it happen. I'm calling Netflix after this podcast.
Please,
Absolutely.
can you guys apply and apply with this idea and then give me 20% of the winnings?
I love it.
I feel like we're locked in now, TJ.
I like it. I like it.
I love it. I love it, man.
That's
So
That's
let's
great.
build our profile. Do we
Okay.
want? I like the idea, Steve. Does anybody else want to veto and go elsewhere?
No, I'm cool with Steve Rogers because I like the idea. I'm X age, and then all the pictures are young.
And some would be like, that isn't Steve Rogers Captain America, and other people would just be like, oh, this is just a serious person or something. I think that would be fun for the bio. Would be, I am 103 years old, but I still look young because I was trapped in ice. and people would be like, that's a joke, he's funny,
hilarious.
they just used older
Yeah.
pictures, when in reality it's like, no, that happened to me. I flew a plane into the ocean and I actually just sank for a while.
All right, but as the
Yeah.
picture, who are we doing? Do we do like a Chris Evans, like straight up picture? Or are we doing a comic book panel? How is that gonna work?
Well, it shouldn't be. It should be a real picture of somebody.
I like
So
a
probably
nice
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans when he's in like his slacks and like checkered shirts, and he's just looking his best old man dress.
I love it.
I think it's
I
a red
love it.
flag if the people aren't like, Chris Evans? Is that not Chris Evans? If they don't recognize Chris Evans, then
Well, that kind of
Yeah,
happened with you with
that's
Chloe,
true.
right? You kind of recognized her, didn't you? Kind of
Oh, I
recognize her?
definitely recognized her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you? You didn't recognize her?
No clue.
No.
And
Well, I
and
think
it was so funny. I had watched Too Hot to Handle, but it's like my brain is like a colander. It can't. It's you pour anything in, it doesn't hold water. So that's I don't
Mhm.
remember things, but
I think I had
Happens to me
watched it
too.
right before we filmed, and I definitely recognized her. That's why I was like, am I going crazy? I must be going crazy. Like I have to be going crazy.
yeah, I
So-
would
And that
have.
ended up being your girl for the season.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That was your girl, man. And you needed her too, because I was coming for you. I didn't get you, but I came for you.
I
You were
know.
coming for me.
Oh, I definitely was. But then I don't know how it flipped and I was going for Courtney more. At some point, I think I started trying to gun ho for Courtney over you.
Yeah, but I was still on your radar for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's all
If
good.
it wasn't Courtney, it was you.
I know. Yeah.
So cool to
Yeah.
hear
So
the
we
inner
got some
workings.
time. It is. It's so cool. We got some time before. So interestingly enough, we're recording this a bit in advance, but we were thinking we want Monday, July 4th is maybe the opening release date for this podcast. And you know what? That also happens to be Steve Rogers' birthday, so that's kind of interesting.
Oh, that
Happy
is
birthday,
so
Steve.
funny.
So we could make a
That
nice
is-
little post for the birthday post as we announce it with our catfish graphic. And I don't want to. Ruben has a lot on his plate. Our wonderful producer, Ruben. He produces this podcast. He produces our Agents of Fandom podcast. We don't ever get to see him because he's too busy cooking behind the scenes, but he's fantastic. We probably have some time for him to cook up a nice Steve Rogers for us. Like we could probably make a nice little picture that it doesn't have to be Chris Evans. Could be a little edited for the purpose of our
Do the
profile.
whole profile.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
his name, age, his little, like you said, I like walks in the sun and whatever,
I
Okay.
like walks in the sun. I will
Show
die
me
for
you're
my
on the
country.
Show me you're
Except
on the
I don't
side
die.
of truth, justice, and the American way, and you got a friend till
Yeah.
the end of the line.
But
No bad
Oh.
language.
is he
Yeah,
going
no bad
in?
language.
Is he going in single or in a relationship? Because it did. What is he going in
It's
as?
complicated.
I
Is-
know.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I put your relationship status. It's complicated.
Yes, it's
It is.
complicated.
It is complicated. That is so
Yes,
funny.
but partner has dementia and doesn't remember me most of the
know.
time because she's 80.
Yeah, she's old.
Again,
She's
trapped
got
in the
issues.
ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, again.
I also
Trapped
got a
in
best
the
friend.
ice.
We're really close. Some say we'd make a great couple, but he also has been brainwashed a little bit, so it's tough. It's complicated. I don't know. It's complicated.
Relationship status. It's complicated. I love that.
Yeah,
I think that's
that
perfect.
applies
Mhm.
for sure.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, tell us
Fantastic.
before we jump out of here, what do you want people to do? Come see you. You're on YouTube, DeLeesa. Where else? Where else can we find
I'm on
you?
YouTube. I'm very big on Snapchat nowadays. Like nowadays, I've been actually like vlogging on Snapchat just because it's so easy to capture like little moments on there and stuff. So yeah, I'm heavy on Snapchat. I'm like 40,000 followers in right now. So and it's
Sweet.
just constantly growing.
Wow.
Which for me, it grew really fast. So like I know there's people with a lot more followers, but for me, like that it just like grew super fast.
What's the
Yeah,
ad? Let's make it 40,001.
Oh yay! It's at Lisa Unique. Lisa Unique everything. LEESA Unique. And just hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on Snapchat. Show me love. Don't skip over the ads.
Exactly. We know. We're all
Um,
trying to make a buck. We're all trying to make a buck. You know?
of course, of course. No,
Yeah.
honestly, it's just that. Like, I appreciate any following. I appreciate, when people show me love and show support for me and my family, and that's it. Like,
She's got a family
I
to
that's
feed,
it.
folks.
Yeah, that's
I can
it.
just
I
watch
mean,
your girls. Anything you post about your girls, I'm gone. I'm in
thank you,
100%. I
thank
just
you.
all your family stuff, I just love it. Love
Yeah,
it,
I
love
have
it,
a
love
lot
it.
of I'm working on, acting, of course, and then I have a lot of hobbies, and so I might be coming out with something special soon. But it's
Nice.
just for fun, so I don't want to talk about it yet until it happens. So, but
Oh, come
stay
on.
tuned for that. So
Break
A
just
the
follow
news.
fun little
me.
tease. Fun little tease.
Break the news
Well,
here.
when it's coming out and you need to promote it again, there's a welcoming spot for you right here on the Ticket to Reality podcast.
Thank you. Okay, I will be here. Okay.
Oh man, you're the
Let's
best.
go.
Man,
No, thank
thanks.
you.
Thank you
DeLeesa,
so
for
much.
real, this has been like an incredibly cool experience for me to meet you. I've been a fan of the show since season 1, a big fan of yours since season 2. I've been following you on Instagram since like season 2 started airing.
Oh, I
Um,
appreciate that.
and so,
Thank you.
yeah, thanks to you for joining us. Thanks so much for setting this up. It's been such an incredible experience over the last month or so, getting to know you and becoming friends. Like
Exactly.
switching from the guy that I saw on TV and thought was pretty sweet to a friend that I get to interact with and work with, and it's pretty awesome. And I know Garrett feels the same way. It's been pretty awesome talking with you both.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, man.
Hopefully we
Thank
go
you
through that
so
process with
much.
you as well, DeLeesa, because it's been an absolute pleasure. Like TJ said, I haven't been tapped in as long as he has, but I definitely have the same passion, and this is just you're much more incredible in person than in video than I could have ever imagined.
Oh, I thank you so much. No, your energies were great. Is that another word that we abuse on the
Yeah,
circle?
drink,
Yeah.
The
drink,
energy,
everybody drink.
good vibes,
The
positive energy.
vibes. This was a vibe, okay?
That's right. That's right. Hey,
I mean, but I'm not lying, okay?
Yeah.
So
What
this
else?
was
What
great.
else is
No.
there to say?
What were you
when
gonna say, Lee?
when one of your favorite shows come on, can you come back and maybe we can talk? Like you said, you love certain reality shows. Maybe we can do a little discourse again and just
Oh, let's
trash
do
some of your
it.
favorite reality shows. How about that?
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh,
I
I don't
love
want
it.
people to hate me, but I'm okay. That's fine. No, it's fine.
That's not even possible.
No, let's do it. Like that
No,
would
we'll
be
talk.
fun.
We'll
Are you
talk
kidding me? I get
fun.
in arguments on the Shade Room all the time. I'm actually currently in an argument right now. Okay.
I wouldn't
All
want
the
to be in an
time.
argument
People
with
are
you. I feel like I would get my ass kicked in an argument with you if I'm going to be honest.
I mean, I agree.
Simply not a battle I would pick.
For everyone, like for real, let this be a note for everyone on our Agents of Fandom podcast. We just recently interviewed Anjali Bhamani from Ms. Marvel, and she has a YouTube page, but also a book coming out called I Am Fun
Nice.
Size, and she just like interviews a bunch of people that she's worked with in TV, movies, and video games. And one of the guests that she had on, Sherelle Skeet, she said like the most important thing I could teach to my younger self would be that like imposter syndrome, it lies to you. That voice inside of your head, it's a liar.
Mhm.
It's not real. It's so important to believe in yourself and have confidence. And obviously, I don't know what's going on in your head, but you give off the appearance of a very confident person, and it takes you places. You won your show.
Thank you.
Like
Yeah.
it's an important thing, and I think you show firsthand that confidence, and it takes you places, and I think that's pretty awesome.
Thank you. I'm 34. I have it took a lot to get me here. There was I've always been confident, but deep down there was times that, I didn't feel as confident, or I didn't feel, like my self-esteem was at where it should be. So it took a lot of work to get here. So I appreciate that people can see that, and they feel it, and they feel my confidence, because I worked hard to get where I am. So thank you for that. But I mean, guys,
Listen,
I
we're
can talk to
feeling
you
your
forever.
positive vibes.
Thank you.
Yeah, the success
I
is
can
just
talk to you
starting.
forever.
The genuine connection, you're here for the right reasons at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I
No,
guess
this was amazing.
We better
I'm
wrap
just telling you,
up.
I'm leaving. I'm done because I can talk to you forever. You're gonna keep me here all night, and I'm
We
gone. I'm
could.
gone. Bye.
We're starting the drinking game. What? You're leaving
Oh,
before
God.
the.
I don't, guys. I'm sober. I don't drink. Only wine.
Not till next episode.
Yeah, there you
Yes,
go.
that
There
part.
you go.
That part.
I've
This
had a
was
blast.
amazing. Congratulations on your new podcast, and I hope you guys get in the circle. Steve Rogers, okay, I would love to see that go down. And it's been a pleasure. Send me, Lee. Actually, can you send me their Instagram so I can follow them?
I will absolutely do that.
Thank you. You
Yes,
guys are
I'll send you
amazing. Tell your
everything.
fiance I said hi.
Will do.
Bye.
Thank
Love
you so
you,
much, DeLeesa. It
DeLeesa.
was
Love
Bye,
you,
guys.
honey.
amazing
Bye,
to meet you.
DeLeesa.
Bye.